Alright, I want to touch upon what they've been saying repetitively. That the SAT is selective, and just let's take time out for a second and look at the percentage of women that are attending universities today. That's about 60% to men being around 40%. So I don't see how that's a valid point. Even at the most selective schools, SAT scores alone don't determine who's accepted or rejected. So really, there's no show of the numbers that socioeconomics is a factor as to how well students perform on the SATs. And another important thing is that parents and students should keep in mind that colleges do not base admission decision on test scores alone. It's a lot of it is based on GPA, kind of classes you've taken, APs, honors, that plays a big factor as well. And the test score is just merely a last resort for many universities. Another point I would like to make is that it's an optional test, that even if you wanted to go to a university that requires it, you don't have to take the test. It's just an optional test that nobody has to take. And talking about the SAT, I mean, since most of us have grown up taking assessment tests since I believe like elementary school, right? Every year towards April, there's a state test that we have to take it. I'm sure nobody likes that, but it's been part of our education system since we were young. And another assessment test in trying to determine how skillful or how knowledgeable we are on what we've learned throughout the year. So basically what the SAT is trying to combine all that together and what you've learned throughout your K to 12 and see if you're equipped to take on college in the coming 4 years or so. Another thing to keep in mind is that it gives both you and colleges a sense of how you'll be able to apply thinking, writing, and studying skills required for college courses. As seen as how most of us had to take the test to get to where we are now, it's just a vital step in knowing how well we can perform when we come to college. By contrast, with students with bottom half SAT scores would be only 1/3 likely to make it to top half in the GPA. That's I'm talking about in their university careers or college careers. Top schools typically look at students' academic achievements, first grades, class rank, and type of courses that you've tackled. And admission office throughout the country examine students' non-academic profiles, their extracurricular activities, and active citizenship. Basically what I've been saying earlier. Still, the test scores are just one piece of the puzzle and do not define you as a student or a person. Most people think like, this test is just that decision of whether you're gonna make it or not, and really it's not, because it's just an assessment trying to see if you're equipped to attend college, and that's all it's doing. And lastly, I want to mention that a student who scored in the 95 percentile or on the SAT or ACT was about 60% more likely to graduate than a student who scored in the 50 percentile. So it really is vital in determining who's equipped to attend colleges and who's not.